Okay. So, I have another episode of Dream Creatures, and I'm sorry I've been very busy with family and then being sick and then um, going to visit family. So, without further ado, here is this episode of Dream Creatures. Sorry about not getting these to some of you earlier. Um, Here we go. Okay, so starting off, this episode is this roller skater zombie girl, or zombie girl on roller skates that somebody had told me about. Um, I thought it was pretty interesting. And I haven't drawn zombies in a long time, so I figured I'd draw this one. But then I did a second version of it because it didn't make sense to me that, if you're a zombie, you're probably not going to be able to stand on roller skates. So I drew this second one where she's kind of like crawling, reaching towards you. But then somebody brought up to me that if they saw the zombie roller skating girl in the dream, then dream logic might make it so that she can stand up. So, anyway, I drew both of these. And then the next one was a kind of like a very, very creepy one. It's the Shadow Man. The user that let me know about this dream, he said that this shadowy figure would control them with their tentacles and force them to kill their family. So, yeah, I mean, dreams can be just as disturbing as they can be interesting and pleasant. So, that's that. That's really creepy. I hope it's not a reoccurring dream. And then the one after that, a user had told me about a dragon that had heads that are made out of ice and then fire breathing heads, and he had a sword that absorbed a fireball and then flung it back out towards an ice head, and that's how he defeated him. In this drawing, I just kind of did it more as a deflection because I wasn't sure how I'd show that that's what happened. And then the next one was more of a silly dream creature. I thought it was interesting, kind of like in a cartoony sort of way. It's just a pillow monster. I didn't really get a lot of details from the user that told me that, so I just kind of used my imagination, came up with sort of like a cartoonish pillow monster. And after that was a dream that I had, I don't know, I want to say like a month or so ago, where there was this beetle that had like almost like these Tesla coils coming out of its head that it would cling together and it would generate the electricity inside of a hydrogen atom. Like this beetle was just kind of chilling on this electron inside of a hydrogen atom, and it was what was causing the charge of the atom. And then someone else had told me about a dragon cat. I thought that sounded really interesting and kind of like very fantastic, sort of, kind of like Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's a good Final Fantasy like creature. But this one, the first one that I drew, came out very satanic looking. So I decided to make a second dragon cat, and that's this one here. And it came out looking a lot better, I think. And the one after that is someone that I met in real life, and she told me about a dream that she had about these Native Americans that were robbing her um, log cabin, I think it was, and they're not really like it's not a very imaginative dream creature, or I mean, or character, but I haven't drawn any Native Americans in a while, and I don't know, I thought it was an interesting image, so I decided to draw it. And after that, somebody else that I met in real life told me about these really creepy um, humanoid creatures that were eating his family. So this is a picture of that. Again, dreams can be very disturbing. And they can be incredibly fun and happy, or incredibly dark and just flat out hellish. But yeah, this is the drawing of that. And then the last one in this series is to leave off on a happier note. Somebody else that I met in real life told me about um, they had a dream where they were picking out these really colorful button up, or not colorful, but like flowery patterned button up shirts. And I guess he really likes button up shirts. But I thought it was interesting because he was like in the clouds, and like these two shirts came down, and he was like trying to decide between them. And I thought it was a really, I don't know, kind of fun, whimsical sort of dream. And I think that's a good one to leave off on this episode. Okay, well, I thank you for your time, and if you have any dream creatures you want to see drawn, just let me know. Have a good one.